So everybody said some really great answers, and I'm going to elaborate on the diet part first. A lot of people do fad dieting, and you'll change the way you eat for a month or so, and then you'll cut a lot of weight, but then you go right back to what you were doing before, which then defeats the purpose, because you're like, why am I putting back on all this weight? It's because you didn't stay consistent. So instead of doing diets that say, drink water and eat sauerkraut for 3 months and you'll lose a bunch of weight, pick something that's usable in everyday life that you can switch to and stay on forever. Right now, I'm doing the paleo diet, which is basically the caveman diet. It goes back to what we ate before there were ovens and processed foods. So my diet consists of, and I have some examples on the table, we'll walk over there in a second, but meats for meat eaters, you can, or if you're not a meat eater, you can eat your Morning Star stuff, but be careful of the sodium. Vegetables, a lot of vegetables. My plate will consist of like 3/4 vegetables and then the rest of the stuff. A lot of, well, not a lot of food, because food is high in sugar, and any kind of sugar processes as sugar in your body, and sugar breaks down into fat if you don't use it right away. So fruits and light on nuts. Nuts are good for you because they have healthy fats, and people are scared of fat because if I eat fats, I'm going to get fat, but that's not true because your body uses fat for energy also. But you just have to eat the serving sizes. So when you get a pack of peanuts from like the gas station and you eat the whole container, that's not necessarily the serving size, so then you're getting too much of that. And that goes for anything. Portion control is a big thing. Anyway, back to the paleolithic diet. I haven't eaten bread in maybe 2 months, and I can see how it's made my body change. Like energy level, high, abs, popping out. Muscles, that's not a word by the way, folks. Muscles is not a word. Muscles. It's made my body, I've leaned out a whole lot more.
You do Ezekiel bread if you don't do regular bread?
I mean, you can try that. I'll give you an example. I make sweet potato breads.
Okay.
With no flour, no yeast, no anything. So it's just sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, I use almond flour, which is basically just almonds ground up really fine. Baking powder, eggs, and cinnamon and nutmeg. And it tastes great. So that's a great substitute.
Okay.
I just get hung up into I don't see a change. Like 3 days. And I'm just, you know, I guess I don't know what you can do about that.
That goes back to consistency. And also, when you're working out or changing your life, don't look at it for just results. Change it because you need to, so you can stay around longer. And that way, you don't get hung up on, oh, the scale isn't moving. Oh, I'm still in the same dress size. If you stay consistent, because a lot of times the effects show more in how we feel before how you look. So you have to keep that in mind as you're on your fitness journey. Because I can say for myself, like I'm going to use you as an example. I've seen Keisha, like when we first started, she was kind of doughy too. She was a little doughy.
I didn't see that.
And she used to look at the scale all the time for her results. But I'm looking at you and you're a skinny mini right now. And she didn't see it because she was focusing on the scale. And when she changed that mindset, like because the kind of working out that I suggest doing also puts on muscle mass. And everybody knows that muscle weighs more than fat. So you're gonna look lean, but you may weigh the same. You know what I mean? So you can't focus on that. Focus on how your dresses are fitting, how your shirts are fitting, fellas, and all that kind of stuff. So keep that
Don't wear
in mind.
dress.
And another diet, let's get up and walk over here to the bed.